In a world teetering on the edge of uncertainty, the topic of weapons of mass destruction remains a burning issue. These destructive forces possess the capacity to reshape the course of history in a heartbeat, making them both terrifying and fascinating. It is 78 years since the United States dropped nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. If that was 78 years ago, just imagine the kind of weapons that powerful countries now possess. On today's episode of The Simply Epic, we embark on a journey to explore the nations that currently possess weapons of mass destruction, more specifically, nuclear arsenal. At number 1, we have the United States of America. As the most powerful country in the entire world, the United States possesses a formidable arsenal of weapons of mass destruction. Their possession of these devastating weapons is a result of historical developments and a commitment to maintaining a robust national defense. Their nuclear weapon stockpile includes approximately 3,800 warheads. These weapons have the potential to cause catastrophic destruction on an unimaginable scale. The U.S. nuclear program traces its origins to the Manhattan Project during World War II, which led to the development and deployment of the first atomic bombs. The use of nuclear weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 marked the only instance of nuclear warfare in history. Since then, the United States has maintained a nuclear triad, consisting of land-based ICBMs, submarine-based SLBMs, and air-launched weapons to deter potential adversaries. At number 2, we have Russia. As a superpower, Russia boasts a nuclear arsenal comparable to that of the United States, with approximately 4,300 nuclear warheads. These warheads are deployed on various delivery platforms, including intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. Russia's nuclear program has roots dating back to the Soviet Union. It became a nuclear-armed state in 1949, following the successful testing of its first atomic bomb. The Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union saw a significant arms race, leading to the accumulation of vast nuclear arsenals on both sides. At number 3, we have China. China has also invested heavily in its nuclear capabilities, possessing around 350 nuclear warheads. Their weapons of mass destruction arsenal is steadily growing as they modernize their military infrastructure. These warheads are deployed on land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and some strategic bombers. China conducted its first successful nuclear test in 1964, becoming the 5th recognized nuclear-armed state. Unlike the United States and Russia, China adopted a policy of minimum deterrence, emphasizing the sufficiency of a smaller nuclear arsenal for defense. At number 4, we have France. The country is nuclear armed with roughly 290 nuclear warheads. They maintain a strong stance on their nuclear deterrent capabilities, ensuring their place in the global security landscape. France began its nuclear program, often referred to as Force de Frappe. It conducted its first successful nuclear test in 1960 and became a recognized nuclear-armed state. France has maintained a policy of nuclear deterrence, emphasizing the need for an independent nuclear deterrent. At number 5, we have the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is nuclear-armed with an arsenal of approximately 215 nuclear warheads. The UK began its nuclear program, known as the British Nuclear Deterrent, in the 1950s with the development of its first atomic bomb. The country conducted its first successful nuclear test in 1952, becoming a recognized nuclear-armed state. The UK's nuclear doctrine is centered on the principle of deterrence. Its nuclear weapons are intended to deter potential adversaries from engaging in actions that would threaten the UK's vital interests. The UK maintains a policy of not using nuclear weapons against non-nuclear armed states. At number 6, we have India. While publicly advocating for disarmament, India possesses an estimated 150 nuclear warheads. India conducted its first successful nuclear test in 1974, known as Smiling Buddha, which made it a nuclear-armed state. Subsequently, in 1998, India conducted a series of nuclear tests, including Operation Shakti, further solidifying its nuclear capabilities. India's nuclear program is often referred to as a minimum credible deterrent, emphasizing the need for a nuclear arsenal to deter potential adversaries. India's nuclear doctrine is based on a no first use policy, which means it pledges not to use nuclear weapons first in a conflict, but reserves the right to respond to a nuclear attack with a nuclear strike. India's nuclear capabilities have regional and global security implications, particularly in South Asia. Its nuclear policy and posture influence the security calculations of neighboring countries, especially Pakistan and China. At number 7, we have Pakistan. The country maintains around 165 nuclear warheads, primarily in response to regional security concerns. The volatile situation in South Asia adds a layer of complexity to global peace efforts. Pakistan's nuclear program began in response to regional security concerns on the perception of a nuclear threat from neighboring India. Pakistan conducted its first successful nuclear test in 1998, known as Shagai-1, followed by a series of tests including Shagai-2. Pakistan's nuclear doctrine is based on a credible minimum deterrence policy. This means that Pakistan maintains a sufficient nuclear arsenal to deter potential adversaries, particularly India, from engaging in actions that would threaten its national security. Pakistan's nuclear posture emphasizes a retaliatory response to a nuclear attack rather than preemptive strikes. At number 8, we have North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. It is a nation with a highly secretive and controversial weapons of mass destruction program, including nuclear capabilities. North Korea is believed to have a small but growing nuclear arsenal, with estimates ranging from 20 to 40 nuclear warheads. Their pursuit of weapons of mass destruction raises serious international concerns. North Korea's nuclear program began in the 1950s, and the country conducted its first nuclear test in 2006. Since then, North Korea has conducted multiple nuclear tests, leading to increasing concerns in the international community about its nuclear capabilities. North Korea was once a party to the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons as a non-nuclear weapon state, but withdrew in 2003. Since then, it has conducted nuclear tests and repeatedly violated international agreements aimed at denuclearization. Its nuclear program has led to tensions with neighboring countries, particularly South Korea and Japan, and the situation on the Korean Peninsula remains one of the most pressing security challenges in the world. Last on our list is Israel. Although unconfirmed, it is widely believed that Israel possesses a significant number of nuclear warheads, estimating at around 90 to 100. Israel maintains a policy of deliberate ambiguity regarding its nuclear capabilities, neither officially confirming nor denying their existence. Israel's nuclear program began in the 1950s, with assistance from France and other countries. It then conducted its first nuclear test, codenamed Operation Plumbat, in 1966 in the Negev Desert. Israel's presumed possession of nuclear weapons has regional and global security implications, particularly in the Middle East. The existence of weapons of mass destruction continues to cast a shadow over global security. The nations possessing these formidable arsenals must recognize the immense responsibility that comes with such power. We invite you to stay informed and engaged with critical global issues by subscribing to our YouTube channel. By staying connected, you can contribute to raising awareness, learning new things, and engaging in virtual adventures. Subscribe today, and let's make a difference together.